Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today's video is going to be a pretty chill chat about some upcoming releases that are coming out in March. I truly can't believe that it's already the end of February. I'm still having a hard time processing, like when I write the date, that it's 2023. So I'm still like a few months behind, I think, in my head, but regardless, March is almost here and there are a few books that I'm really excited about in terms of new releases, and I wanted to share them with you and talk a little bit about why I'm interested in them. If you're interested in hearing about some books in the month of March to pick up and read, just keep watching. Okay, so since these books are not released yet, I clearly don't have like physical copies to show you. So what I'm gonna do is just like pop up a picture on the screen here next to me just to show you the covers as I talk about the books. And if you see me glancing down, I have some notes that I took just about like why I'm interested in certain books and whatnot. So that's why I'm glancing down. Sorry, I just need to get the title and date information correct for you. The first book that I want to talk about is called Wayward, and it's by Amelia Hart, and it's coming out on March 7th. Now, the reason I'm interested in this book is because it follows 3 different women across the span of 500 years. So there's 3 different storylines. I'm a sucker for anything that's like multiple storylines that somehow in the end weave together. You've hooked me. I'm interested. I already am excited about it from that perspective. But when I was actually looking into what the book is about, like I said, there's 3 different perspectives. There's a woman who, well, the story takes place in 2019, and she's leaving London to escape an abusive relationship, it seems like, and she's been gifted her great aunt's cottage. And so she's escaping there to try to deal with the effects of this abusive relationship that she's been going through. And in the process, she, kind of learns that her aunt that willed her this cottage also has a secret. So that's the first storyline. Second storyline takes place in 1942 during World War II. And basically there's this woman who is living at her family's home and desperately longs for an education like her brother, but due to the times, her family doesn't want her to have that. And she also really longs for her mother, who's been deceased for a while. Her mother, I guess, was rumored to have gone mad before her death. So there's also a secret there. The third storyline takes place in 1619. And this woman is standing trial for a murder of a local farmer. She has to use her powers. She is sort of a witch of some sort, and she's being put on trial for murder, and she has to use her powers to try to stay free, basically. So yeah, those are the 3 different plot lines. They all sound fascinating in their own right, but I'm really curious to see like how they weave throughout the book, like how they come together, because clearly at some point there has to be something that's connecting all 3 of the stories in order for them to work in this book. That's the first book I'm really excited to read. It's again called Wayward, and I think I might pick this one up right when it releases on March 7th. If you happen to see that there is a lot of light changes, that is because I'm working with natural lighting, so it's gonna do what it's gonna do and we're just gonna have to deal with it. But the lighting in here is best in the afternoon, so I'm gonna try to get this video filmed before it gets really dark. All right, so the next book that I'm really excited about is coming out on March 28th, and it is called Community Board. It was written by Tara Conklin, and the premise of this seems very funny, and I think it's gonna be a funny book with a lot of meaning behind it. Basically, the premise is this woman is like newly 30, I think, and something in her life has gone wrong, and so she's decided to go home to her small town Massachusetts hometown. And I'm always drawn in by anything where it says, I'm going home, like returning home after a long time away. Anything like that. That trope sucks me in every time. So again, I'm interested for that reason. But basically, once she gets there, she's longing for human connection, I guess, or, friendship, relationships, whatever you want to say. So somehow, I don't know if she ends up joining it. Again, like the synopsis isn't that detailed, so I don't know that much about it, but it seems like somehow she joins this like online community board or like message forum for the community, and I just feel like that could be very funny. That's another one that I'm really looking forward to. Our main character's name is Darcy, and I just think that this last little bit of the synopsis is really important. It says, Darcy will consider the most fundamental of American questions. What can she ask of her community? And what does she owe it in return? So I think it's a book about coming home. It's a book about community. It seems like it's going to be very cute, and I'm really excited to pick this one up. The last book that I'm excited and interested in picking up in March is called A Likely Story, and it's by Lee Abramson. It's supposed to be released on March 14th. And the premise of this one, it's one of those books about books. Our main character grew up in New York City with two famous parents, one of whom was an author, and the other, I think, was like some sort of socialite type person. Anyway, so she grew up with these famous parents, and now she's 35 on her own, and she wants to be a writer like her father, but her mother has died, and so she's grappling with that. And then on top of that, she's also found out something that makes her question everything that she knew about her family. Now, I don't know exactly what that is. Probably something related to the book thing would be my guess. So anyway, I'm really interested in this. I always love books about books, or books about authors or stories or anything like that. I feel like most people who are readers enjoy reading about reading. It's kind of like getting your hobby from your hobby, if that makes sense. Like getting the enjoyment of your hobby from your hobby, which is interesting. So yes, that book is coming out March 14th. And again, I'm really excited about it. So those are the three books that I'm considering picking up in March. I'm sure there will be more. These are just the ones that I know of that I kind of researched ahead of time about what was coming out this month. And there are a few more that are like really popular releases. I know there is one, I want to say it's called the London Seance Society. I forget who it's by, but it was written by the same person that wrote The Lost Apothecary, which I know a lot of people liked. I wasn't that crazy about that book, to be honest, and so I'm not overly excited to pick this one up. The premise did seem interesting, but that's one book that I'll see like how the reviews are, if people who like similar things to me end up liking it. But for right now, I don't think I'm gonna pick that up. I think I'm just gonna stick to the three that I mentioned in this video. And if you're interested in any of them specifically, let me know, or if you've already pre-ordered anything. If there's anything you want to know specifically about them. But I'd be curious, what are you looking to read in March? Do you have any new releases? Is it stuff that's old, stuff that's been on your TBR for like years now? I'm sure we all have that. So anyway, I'd be really curious to hear from you. So I think that's it for this video. If you have any recommendations for what I should read in March, feel free to drop a comment below and I will definitely respond to you. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. Bye.